I have been staring at this picture for a little bit, trying to figure out how to describe this to you. I'm trying to put words to what I'm seeing. Like it evokes something. I'm just gonna show it to you because it's too hard to like. It's got that something, it's got that good shit. There's something about this that just is so bad. Like the different Trump hats, the Trump flag that still has all the creases in it, the terrible subscriber count with the terrible views, the dumb white kids that are, I think, related. Like, they're so white, he's got freckles on his arms. Like, and then he has a Trump Pence ThinkPad, which is, like, that's the worst. They have the, like, it doesn't look official at all. Like, I had this shelf when I was in school, like, this shitty, I know exactly what, you can get these at Walmart. You know what I mean? They're just so, like, if you chose human in Skyrim, this guy is the first model that pops up, and this guy is the second one. You know what I mean? Like, technically it's Bretons or some shit, but you know what I mean? But, like, they're so fucking plain. Even their wall is beige. It's just the worst. And then the title, what does young white people think of white privilege? What does young white people think of white privilege? This is the great value of YouTube. This is... All right, grab yourself a snack, chat. Look, we're going to grab ourselves a snack, okay? We're going to eat some Tatey chips. You get whatever you want. A little seltzer here. Let's just kick back and relax and see what Kevin and Brandon think about this. I have no idea if that's their names.
We are the Young Conservative Brothers.
Oh, God. Oh. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. Never mind. Cancel the snacks. Snacks canceled. I'm already too nauseous. Oh my God. I got like a cramp. Okay. All right. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus. All right. My body is rejecting this. My body is rejecting this.
And we're here to break the stigma that white people can't talk about race, the government, and the system while stopping the Democrats from destroying this beautiful country that we live in.
And if you are new here, don't forget to click down, subscribe, get news, updates, and we try to upload daily. So today, we're going to...
Oh, God. The set is so cheap because they spent $1,400 on both those mics. Those are good mics. Good mics. Oh, they didn't put on shock mounts so that every single time they pound on the shit, they can hear it really well. Introduce yourselves. Oh, God. Oh, I have a cramp. Oh, I have a pukey cramp. I now have one more argument for abortion. Kevin and Kevin. Oh, my God. So young people... Okay.
get into the... What do you want to do? The hoax, lie. Which word do you want to use for it?
Actually, it's a lie. Straight
yeah,
out.
for sure.
A straight racist lie.
Yeah. So today we're getting into white privilege. What does white privilege mean to young white men?
Oh God. Oh boy. No. This is not a satire. Page Lock, thanks for continuing your gifts. This is not a satire. This is hell world. You are trapped in hell world with me. Okay? Okay.
So to most people think that like white privilege is that white people get what they want. They could do whatever they want. They get away with it. They don't have to worry about any kind of consequences or have to any kind of like just
repercussions. Yeah, pretty much.
Exactly.
So
that's not anyone's understanding of white privilege. What? Can I debate both of these guys at the same time? I would destroy them again. It would be really sad if I got spit roasted by these white guy Trump supporters and still managed to fight them off. What a bummer. What a bummer that would be. I have more neurons in my ass than these two have in their skulls. I don't know how that works, brain butt. I don't know how that works. That is the dumbest shit. Apparently, white privilege is white people just get away with shit. That's white privilege. You fucking... You ever learn that? What?
People, that's what they think about. Mostly, you have the left that thinks white privilege actually exists because...
Dude, these guys have no diction. They can't talk. These white people actually exist. Like, fucking open your jaw! Please talk. You don't get corn. Wrong set.
They're actually the one that gets handed everything to them.
The left gets handed everything to them. True.
Liberal privilege.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Liberal privilege. What's liberal privilege? Stop it. These guys cannot be this fucking stupid. Please, for the love of God. No.
But they think of white privilege like police officers. Let's use them for an example.
That's going to be the first one.
So, you know how everyone thinks, oh, wow, white people don't get pulled over as much as blacks. Police officers actually profile blacks and everything. They use police brutality.
Blacks. Police officers don't pull over whites as much as they do the blacks. Police officers. I feel bad. I'm making fun of these fucking idiots. These guys don't have... Look at them. Look at these fucking guys. Come on. Nope. You don't get corn. Look at these... Look. What? These guys have never seen a titty. These guys... What? I cannot. I'm trapped in Schrodinger's bullying. I can't justify bullying them, and I can't justify not bullying them. Huh. I think I'm just going to go with bullying them. I'm going to take the low road. I'm going to take the low road here.
That's also a lie, too. They use all these other things that blacks are so profiled by police officers because police officers are such racists.
Okay. So, is he going to say 13%? Are we going to get a 1350 chat? I dubbed these two the Adventures of Smooth Mind and Teflon Brain, or really just like Kevin and Kevin. I don't know what we're going to call them yet. We'll figure it out as we go, but are these guys going to 1350 us? I feel like we're 1350ing, like right now. Oh, jeez.
So let's go over a scenario of the stereotype.
Yeah. So first of all, how can a police officer see if you're white or black throughout a car? Oh, no.
I am at a loss. I am at a loss right now. Are these two under the impression that police officers don't have eyes? What do they think windows... Did they just not... When they see a window, they were told, like, no, that's the no-looky glass. You don't look at that. Like, what? It's fucking... It's windows is the answer. What? Did you know? It's also... it's also the myth. Okay. It's not necessarily that more black people get pulled over, although they do, but that's not really the point. The point isn't that they get pulled over more. The point is that once the officer sees who they're interacting with, if it's a black person, the interaction tends to be more hostile in general. And if it's a white person, it tends to be less hostile in general. Now, are there situations where a white guy is going to get shot? Yes. There was a terrible example. The guy in that hotel, he was on his knees, he was crawling, and they just shot him anyway. Blue lives matter, I guess. Do they matter, Kevin and Kevin? I don't really know. I feel like your job is not as important as the way you were born and how it affects how you're profiled. Would you consider that maybe the police killing sovereign United States citizens isn't a good thing and affects freedom adversely? Like, when they're just given carte blanche, like, they can kill people in the streets, and there's no justice served, regardless of if it's black or white. And then, of course, they're gonna say like 1350 or something like that. Again, disproportionately, black communities are both policed more, and the arrests are higher, because of the first part. And then after that, systemically speaking, through every metric, I mean, you could look, like, literally every study shows that for the same crimes and the same offenses, for the same charges in the same states, in the same fucking counties, white people tend to get sentenced more leniently than black people do, if everything else is equal, right? Except for minimum sentencing, of course, but then they can raise the minimum sentence to a further sentence, and that happens more often if you happen to be non-white. I mean, these are just facts. These are facts that you can read. Well, I can read them to you. You can't read. You can't. These kids cannot read.
No, I forgot. The police officer has 20/20, can see through tinted windows and everything. Why?
Oh, black people have tinted windows. I see. Did you know black people have tinted windows? Tinted windows are very popular, and black people are the ones that have them. True, I guess.
Oh, they're driving on the other side, and then they see a black person. They're like, okay, I'm going to go get him. Right?
Or then don't they just drive?
That often happens. I know it sounds stupid. That's because racism is stupid inherently. Isn't that weird how it doesn't have any logic to it and just sound... When you say it out loud, it really sounds dumb as fuck, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Jared and Braden.
Drive around the car first, make sure they can really see him, make sure it is, and then go arrest him? Oh. No.
Mormon Jesus.
I wanna feminist critique. Will you hang me with a rope in Minecraft?
Soon as they see him, if they're speeding, going in and out of traffic, causing danger to other drivers, they're gonna throw on the sirens, go after you, and every cop, when you pull them over, they have the first thing in their mind. Okay, what is this person going to do?
Baby bird. Good call. Thanks for the 19 months. And thank you for agreeing to just end me. Devin the Great, thanks so much for the 16 months. I appreciate that. This fucking child cannot talk. What is this person gonna do? Okay, so here's another issue with policing. Since we're talking about that, you big dummy. Do you think it's healthy? So these guys support police, right? These guys are like, oh wow, I'm a big police supporter, and so you support police. Yet you also support the rampant proliferation of firearms, high capacity, high killing potential firearms, to the masses without much care insofar as like screening is concerned. And it's more about having the guns than it is about having the guns responsibly. That plays a pretty big role in how in how a police officer might approach an American car pullover. You know what I'm saying? Polly, wait. I said this the other day. Polycephalomyum boy Moldy. Nope. Fuck it. I'm just going to call you Polly from now on. That's it. You don't get the rest. You don't get the satisfaction ever again. Thanks for the 4 months. And I'm not even anti-gun. I want you to be able to have your guns and shit. But, you know, it plays a role. It plays a role. Also plays a role is you vote for Republicans who underfund police. And because they're underfunded, they can't afford multiple officers, which means they have to have one officer work more hours than they normally would, which means they're under more stress because you don't give a shit because Blue Lives Matter is a talking point to you. You don't actually give a shit. They're also not trained for a myriad of different situations, including but not limited to mental health crises, domestic abuse situations, child abuse situations. They're not trained for this kind of thing. But you don't care again because you know it's about fucking owning the libs and not actually addressing the problem. Whereas the left is like, okay, police shouldn't be able to kill sovereign citizens because again, the left is very pro-freedom. Very pro-freedom. I'm not for the government sanctioning any death of any American citizen at any point. Any point. And I'm also not for them sanctioning the death of other people either unless they're an enemy combatant. And even then, I think we proliferate war way too much in the pursuit of capital because we're imperialist scum. But beyond that, we also, you know, you don't seem to give a shit about the class issue in regards to policing, right? Because there seems to be this disconnect that we think that, like, a job that, like, what's the average police officer make here? Average police officer, Michigan, salary. Okay. It's not little. It's not a small amount, right? But it's not a big amount. You know what I mean? The average salary of a Michigan, this is just my state, is under $50,000. Just under $50,000. $49,644. If you want to see where I got that information. Right here. Per year in Michigan. Average salary for a police officer. Okay. Look, I'm not crying tears about a fucking police officer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not crying tears about it. However, even on the left, we do acknowledge the fact that there is a class issue here. One of the most dangerous jobs in America is delivering pizza. Somewhere after that is a cop. I think we agree a cop has a relatively dangerous job. More dangerous than, say, me, but less dangerous than, say, being a student in an American school. Tristo, thanks for the 100 bits. Bad, and thanks for the 2 months. But definitely, it's. I think jokes aside, it's a dangerous job. Insofar as that you're more often met with violent situations than most other jobs. And by design of the job. So they're underpaid, they're overworked, they're undertrained, they're undereducated because, again, the education is less than a fucking hairdresser. But you don't care to address these things because you're conservative, but you don't really give a fuck about police officers. If you gave a fuck about police officers, you'd openly advocate for expanded spending for police in general. To better train them, to make sure that we can have specialized police instead of wearing guns to a site. Maybe they could wear, oh, I don't know, a fucking degree, like a master's degree in social services, so we can have someone deal with a domestic abuse situation in a reasonable way. Maybe we could stop funding a drug war that doesn't make any sense and targets minority communities and only serves to harm capitalism. I mean, do you like freedom? Do you like these things? Like, you say you like freedom and capitalism and police, but you don't do any of the things that it would take to make them successful. Now, me as a lefty over here, do I support police? I think they're a fascist arm of the government that's over-militarized, and a lot of the people that are involved in policing are douchebags that are power-hungry and usually have impotent rage. However, I understand that the idea that we need to uphold law enforcement is probably a thing that we need, right? Like, not in the way it looks, but it would be a well-funded situation where you have these people that are specialized in crisis management, because you're only seeing police officers when you get pulled over or on one of the worst days of your life, right? It's probably a pretty fucking bad day if you've got police called on you, right? Usually, for white people at least. So this is what we should be focusing on, is like the crisis and whatever it is, a specialized individual. You can call them a police officer. You don't have to. I don't care what the fuck they're called. A specialist for the particular crisis is involved in what's happening. If there's an active shooter, guess what? You can bring your guns out and your body armor. I don't give a fuck. But do you need body armor and stuff when Breonna and AR-15s and guns when Breonna Taylor's sleeping next to her boyfriend? I don't think so. So let's move on. I think I managed to crush that. Did I crush that? Did I crush that, chat? I feel like I crushed that. All right.
They're not going to say, what is this black person going to do? What is this white person going to do? What is this Hispanic person going to do?
They literally do.
They're thinking person.
And one thing is, when they do dispatch for calls, do they say, oh, there's a black person going over there and, you know, committing a crime? Is there...
They literally do that. What are you talking about? Dispatch literally gives demographic information. What are you talking about? That's like... oh my god, it's like the thing dispatch is for. And Craig, thanks for following. What are you? What?
Or white? No, they don't.
They literally do. They literally do. It's part of the dispatch's job to give as accurate a description of the person as they can. It includes the color of their skin.
Person, they give them an address, and that's what's happening.
Yeah,
no!
They give them a quick description so they know what they're looking for.
A quick description including their skin color?
Such a disgrace.
It is.
But another...
Okay, so this one knew that this one was full of bullshit, but he doesn't have the integrity to be like, wait, hold on, no, they definitely give the skin color and ethnic background if they can afford it. Like, what? They give an address and say, good luck. Good luck? What am I looking for? No fucking clue. Go to that address. Figure it out, detective. Callawam, thanks for following.
Another thing I want to get into, if so it's white privilege, that is a whole entire lie.
Okay.
So why it doesn't exist, you have it. So white privilege, everything is given to white people. No matter what, they get...
No, that's not what white privilege is. White privilege is not that white people are given stuff.
To best schools,
Jesus
according to the left. They don't get pulled over at all from cops.
No!
Yep, they get
no one says this. Literally nobody. Nobody says this. The most lefty lefterson, further left than any of us. Literally, think of the most extreme leftists you can think of. None of them think this. None of them.
Everything, they get the promotions and everything. So let's give you a thing. So why is there homeless people as white people?
Why are homeless people white people? Because you don't support veterans. You don't. Why are there white homeless people? Because you support rampant capitalism over the idea that maybe it's more ethically and financially sound to have American citizens in homes and places that they can take care of themselves. You ever think of that? Cascadia, thanks so much for giving one to Katrina Hood. Like, have you ever considered... Most homeless people are ex-veterans, for the record. Oh, but I suck the dick of all the veterans. No, you don't. Not nearly enough. You absolutely put veterans out to pasture as soon as they're done dying for you in the meat fields, trying to get you some oil money for Daddy Trump or Bush or Obama or like, fuck off. You got lip service. How high are you? I'm 0 high. How high are you?
Huh. Why is there people that are in poverty that are white
living in the trailer parks?
Yes.
Capitalism is the answer. Capitalism is the answer to why is there poverty. What? Why are there poor people? Capitalism, Kevin. Capitalism.
And one other thing I actually want to break into, you know how white privilege for promotions, how I brought that up. There's a thing called diversity, where it's only you get...
That's a big word.
Yeah.
That's a hard word right there.
But that's the thing. They only get promoted because let's go say they always try to have a black woman. Oh, what is it called? You want a black man, Asian, you know, you're going to have all different nationalities. But you know what the last one they probably try to promote and try to put up is a white man.
I don't even know how to fucking business management demographics, I guess. Business management demographic. I don't even know how to look. I have to look up a specific company, man. I don't even know how to do this. There's it's skin. They are literally the dad from American History X. They're do you know the scene I'm talking about in American History X? They saw American History X once, thought the Nazi was the good guy, and then they're like, "Yeah, okay, I guess that's the end of the movie," and they shut it off. Like American History X breakfast? Question mark. Does he say the N-word in this? Chat? Does he say the N-word in this? I don't know if he says the N-word. This scene, right here. Not in that scene? I don't think it matters. You can watch American History X as a tragedy for Nazis and then against them. I mean, if you're a black youth living in utter poverty in a poor area in Chicago's South Side in the 1930s, while not apologizing for biggest crime, Wright portrays a systemic causation between them. It's about the systemic issues of poverty and being in the black experience in, I mean, fuck, pre World War II. I mean, like, holy shit. See right there? This is what I'm talking about. They see American history once, they go, holy shit. Up here, because I don't know if he says the N-word at any point, but I mean it's literally what these guys are saying right now. The bad guy in American History X at the beginning of this movie, the bad guy is the dad at the beginning of the movie, and then he's a sympathetic character for a second. N-word was coming up? I thought so. No, I'm not thinking of the other breakfast scene. This is the breakfast scene I was thinking of. Thanks, Flever. No, I was talking about this specifically because he was talking about two black guys got the job over two white guys. There's another scene later on where you know he's gonna get killed, and then Edward Norton turns into a fucking Nazi. Like, I mean, for those of you who haven't seen it, it's a really, really good movie. Edward Norton Nazi. I mean, you should watch it. You should watch it. It's real good. It's real good. Anyway, so here's the evolution of that character. Yeah, so that's where Edward Norton ends up at some point in the movie. You should watch the movie. It's definitely it's prescient. Yeah, he turns full neo-Nazi. Yeah, I won't spoil too much. It's very, very good. What do you want from me? What do you say my name for? Fucking follow that up with literally anything else besides my name. We can have swastikas on screen. Why are you like this? Why are you like this? We can have swastikas on screen. I can talk about American History X. Come on. Edward Norton's a great actor. Edward Norton is capable of being a great actor. You can have swastikas on... Okay. Well, instead of just typing my name and having me wait 60 seconds for your next message, type Jake and then the message all the same time. Fuck.
Because right now there's an attack on white men. That's the biggest problem in America.
Don't forget the white man, Christian Judeo man.
Judeo. Judeo white man.
White, even woman, was the one who built this country.
Yeah.
We built this country. We built this country We built this country on slave labor. Ba-bum-ba-bum. You built this country, I guess, by forcing people of color into labor. Like, this isn't even like barely a story, right? Like all immigrants, not just this. Most people that built this country, like, we're immigrants. And I don't mean like colonists. I mean like Irish immigrants, Italian immigrants, Polish immigrants, German immigrants. Very white. All of them very white. Many of them considered fucking lower class. And then not to mention fucking people of Asian descent. Jesus Christ, you were Japanese or Chinese or you were fucking subjugated. They built a fucking railroad system, guy, along with slaves. And then after that, just because they got paid after we didn't have fucking slavery anymore doesn't mean it wasn't wage slavery. This wasn't built by you, Kevin, or Kevin. This was built by the fucking and indigenous people, yeah. And this is built off the backs of fucking. I guess I was concluding them minority, but not in a. Obviously, they were here first. Your country was literally built by people of color, white slave owners. Of course, this is exactly like. Yeah. Whew. I need to talk to these two. These two really need... I don't think they'd stick around. I think they'd both pussy out really, really fast. I don't think Kevin and Kevin can handle this shit. I think they would very, very quickly be like, no, that's not what my daddy says. And then they'd fucking leave. You know what I'm saying? It's just real dumb.
Yep.
We're the ones that built this country. And there was a thing in Harvard. The Asians were even discriminated. Yep. They weren't even allowed. They were harder to get into Harvard than a black man was supposed to be able to get into Harvard.
Your brain's not even working. Your brain is not working. What's the Harvard demographic? Harvard demographics. I don't even know. Admission statistics? Okay. Let's look together. Let's look. I'd be surprised if they were mostly black. The brief profile of the class of 2024, the people who were just most recently admitted, there was 40,000 applicants. 2,000 were admitted. Some were admitted from the waiting list. Here's where they're from. Let's see. Okay. So New England, Middle Atlantic, South, Midwest, Central, Mountain, Pacific, Territories, International, most of which seem to be coming from Middle Atlantic. Okay. So it's like your DC, below DC, sort of like North Carolina, stuff like that. New England, you know that. The South, okay. So you got more Alabama, something like that. Yeah, your Midwest, all right. Central, okay. Cool. Ethnicity, African American. Oh, look, 13% of the population is African American. This is really embarrassing, by the way. Here's the really embarrassing part. Chad and Heath. Hey, excuse me, I'm talking here. Hey, I'm talking here, telephone. Okay? Quiet. Here's the ethnicity. So, African-American, doing okay. 14%, okay? Let's get a calculator out, by the way. Let's get a calculator out. 14%, 14.7. It's almost 15%. We'll call them 15%, okay? Asian American. I thought they said it was harder for Asian Americans to get in to Harvard than it was for black people. Yet, there's a 10% increase of Asian American individuals right here. Hispanic or Latino. Okay. Native American. Okay. 0.3 Native or white. Okay. So it's roughly 50%. The rest of everybody is white. What's wrong with that? I don't understand. Especially if you look at the fact that most of the people are from the South and the Middle Atlantic, the Midwest. Like, not a lot of people from the Pacific, I guess. International, a lot of international students. What? What are you talking about? Where's white? The whites are the humanities, social science, biological, engineering, computer, math, and decided. Typical financial aid package. Wow. Look at that. Look at all those upper class people. Brief profile. Okay, let's see 2023. Let's see ethnicity. Again, pretty much exactly the same. Just a few more white people. Asian American is real high. Asian American is real high. Diversity and access. Like, come on, man. Come on. This is embarrassing. This is embarrassing. It goes against what you just fucking said out loud. All you had to do was fucking look it up. All you had to do was look it up. You didn't. You need to scale general population? Yeah. Right. The talking point is that it's harder for Asians to get into Harvard because of affirmative action, which is true. The statistics don't bear that out. The percentage of people that got into Harvard is 25%. That's Asian Americans. That's Asian Americans. The population, the percentage, like what percent of the U.S. is Asian? 5.6%. This is objectively not the case. It is not harder for Asian people to get into Harvard due to affirmative action. You're wrong. That's wrong. That's not based on test scores / GPA. That's not the only thing. They don't. You are an amalgam of a person. The only thing that gets you into Harvard is Harvard does not just go. The only people they really fucking take are people that are like in the 4.0 range, right? You're not just because you get a 4.2 because you took some extracurricular classes doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get into Harvard. They take people based on a myriad of different things. Asian Americans seem to be doing a really fucking good job in the face of affirmative action, in which case they get a bump of 20%. Whereas the African American gets a bump of 1%, roughly. 1%. This is not how that works. They're overrepresented. Yes, they're overrepresented because someplace like Harvard gets to pick. Usually like 4.6 and 1600 ACT is enough. Exactly, this is what I'm talking about. Like these are the cream of the crop people. So you can't really even look at the fact that their GPAs at that point. Because there's gonna be a myriad of factors. It's probably fucking lots of nepotism too. I mean, let's be real.
He was able to get in there much easier.
Anyway, they're wrong.
Than an Asian.
Yeah. And
no,
let's get into
wrong.
Let's get into school. So white
than an Asian. I love the racist connotation. The Asians are just super smart math people. A wild baconator. Thanks so much for following.
Privilege, such a thing. What about when black people, also Mexicans and everything? What about when they get, let's get into the thing with reparations with them. Well, before that, let me get into schools where...
What's he talking about? Are they just rambling?
They get, free education. Okay. What is it called? Free scholarships just because their skin color.
Yeah, well, wait, there's a bunch of grants and scholarships that you can have black hair. Yep. You can have blonde hair. You can speak a certain language. You can have a certain skin color, and you'll get it. And every other one is completely denied from it just because they don't have that trait.
Are there grants for hair color? By the way, grants are charity, and this person likes charity, so grants are chosen. Like you could fundamentally do a grant for white people. It would just like because people aren't fucking stupid and they can take context into consideration. They'd be like, I wonder what the reason is behind that. Like usually grants are used for people that are underprivileged, man. Zellick. By the way, I'm a white guy that got grants. I'm just tossing that out there. Like Pell Grants are all over the place. Thanks, Zellick, for following. Did I ever say that? I don't remember. There's scholarships for all sorts of shit, but is it for hair color? Doubt it.
One thing, and it's usually the skin color is black, Mexican, illegals. It's usually not the white.
Illegals. Yes. You guys know the skin color illegals. Ah, yes. Does anyone here have a skin color that is illegal? My goodness. Illegals is a skin color. Not only is illegals a skin color, illegals get grants for college? Okay. Is that a thing?
Well, I do want to share a story that happened to me when I was younger.
You're 17 years old. Yes, my skin color is illegal. Good.
Grown in South Florida, there was my parents were told from the school administration that there was, since I had a speech impediment and I had to go out of...
Oh, he's got a speech impediment? We've been making fun of him and he has a speech impediment? That makes sense. But he also has the same speech impediment. I just, it sounds like they're dumb. But I mean, like, he did say had. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? We're gonna give him a little bit of a pass. I don't feel bad. Fuck these guys.
Reading class and everything, they told my parents that there wasn't enough money for your white child. We had to get it for the Hispanic children.
Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Are you feeling marginalized? Are you saying that because you're white, you should have been given that? Like, so, what's the difference between... If they would have given it to the Mexican child, or they would have given it to you, and I guarantee you they didn't explain it like this. I guarantee what happened was they had room for a student in your thing, if this even occurred. The way this was explained is, oh, we had to choose between your student or your child and another child, and it just didn't work out. We could only fit a certain number of people in our class, and for whatever reason, Brandon Chad Kyle is not going to be able to be part of our classroom. And then either the parents found out who it was, or it was like a conference and the parents were there together and they got told, like, oh, Juan Garcia is who got the little funding for speech impediment class. Like, I mean, it just happens sometimes. You know what else happened once? I got chosen to play George Washington Carver over this kid named Kyle. And Kyle's last name was a Hispanic one. And so, obviously, that's white privilege at work. Not because I knew my lines better and because I looked better in cardboard overalls. Okay? Because it was white privilege. We did it. 420 no scope. Real gamer hours. Someone broke into my dad's truck and I got to handle while drunk. That sounds terrible. Anyway, yeah, I'm assuming this is a big lie and this never happened.
Yeah. Down there. So, how is that white privilege?
Yeah.
That's actually white, putting white people down.
That's the...
You not being chosen isn't white people being put down. Oh my god, dude. I don't understand. He genuinely feels like he should have been prioritized over the Mexican child. Or whoever it was. He said Mexican, I think. But, like,
the goal that they're all trying to do, like I brought up, the biggest attack is on the white man. And just want to let you know, white people, it's okay to be white.
Whoa, fucking brave. We did it.
Actually, it's really good to be white. Why don't you embrace your own
That's the thing.
race?
It doesn't matter if you're black, white, or anything. Embrace your own self.
Yeah.
Don't even be as a group thinker.
And then soon...
Don't be a group thinker. Your skin color is what gives you pride. Pick one. Pick one. What?
You think that another race is better than another? You are the problem of racism because
You are the problem of racism. Oh my god, dude. These guys are so fucking ignorant. They're so genuinely ignorant. They 100% both own Confederate flags. And not conference flags, but Confederate ones? Probably.
Pretty much white privilege is pretty much saying that you are more superior than them.
Yep, pretty much.
Straight out. So all you white liberals screaming, put in a sob story saying that, oh,
sob story.
I'm sorry. You're pretty much just like Barack Obama flying around over the world and apologizing for the United States for how great we are.
What did any of that mean? These guys are so dumb. Oh my fucking god, dude. These guys are actually the dumbest. mentality is so pernicious that I, as an uber lefty, turned down a black-only scholarship because I didn't want to be an affirmative action case calling about $20K for undergrad. You should just no. You should always take the money. Fuck that. Always take that shit. Always. Fuck that shit. You as an American citizen do not get enough amenities. You are not afforded enough help by anybody that anytime you are offered it, take it. Always. Oh my God.
That's the thing. And that's the thing. You had these white people with BLM and everything. Remember when that was starting with all the shootings and everything? And George Floyd, remember? They were going and washing shoes for black people. They were kissing boots. They were doing
slaves to them.
Pretty much. And they were,
oh God, I can't imagine. Oh man. Oh, slaves. Whoa.
We're treating them like that. It's so sad that you have the white people that...
You guys remember when we licked black people's shoes? I remember doing that. I definitely remember doing that. Yeah, and George Floyd got shot with a gun. George Floyd got shot with a gun, and all the lefties started licking black people's shoes. That's what happened. This is true.
You probably heard all around social media and everything.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so sorry for, my white privilege. I'm so sorry what we've done to you. I will forgive, all that crap and everything. There've been...
Guys, I gotta take a shit. Can we end the stream so I can just take a shit? Do we need to do this anymore? This is awful. This is awful. Can I just go take a shit? Can we be done with this? This is just fucking... You must see the end of this? Do you guys want to watch it without my ass? Jesus Christ, this is terrible. I'm saving it for sure. There's just no way I can't watch more of this shit. Look at this.
We are the...
Stop it. I'm going to throw up. Chelsea Handler says 50 Cent ain't black. Oh my God. Look at these thumbnails, bro. They're so fucking... This is a fever dream of a channel. I would rather... Yeah, I'd rather take a big hot steamy dumper than finish that video. That's a fact. Sports teams are being attacked by the left. Oh my fucking God. These guys don't have fans. And nor should they. What's their biggest... We'll see what their best video is. Most popular video. No shade, but these guys suck dong. They're just bad at it. Do they have like social media? Constitution conservative activist, young patriots, millennial and Gen Z, breaking the stigma of white people can't talk about race, government, and controversial news. America first. As Americans, we are here to stand up against the radical left to save the greatest country in the world, USA. They have Twitter? No. They got a Parler? Parler free speech. I don't have a free... No, I don't have an Instagram account either. Okay. They have anything social media down here? Instagram, Twitter, USA Brothers. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. The USA Brothers. Look at these fucking chads. USA Brothers. All right, let's bully them for 1 second. Okay? We're going to bully them for 1 second, and then what I'm going to do is we have some members of the community doing a charity event, so we're going to go over there. But first things first. Hey, USA Brothers. First question. No. We're bailing out of that. Hey, USA Brothers. Would love to have you on the stream sometime. We could talk about white privilege. Privilege. I've spelt it wrong. Privilege. No, not privileges. There we go. Otterpod, thanks for following. We could talk about white privilege. We could talk about what else? What should we do? BLM? Ooh, BLM? Yeah. Or something like trans rights would be a good time. My DMs are open. You can set a date. Spit roast style. Let's see. We can find it. We'll find a good GIF. Find a good spit roast GIF. Wait. What is this shit? Let's do this. There we go. There we go. Tweet. Done. We did it. Good job. Good job. I had to add a little warning in there. So a spit roast style will go, maybe we should look at this guy's profile before we go on. How much do you think they're going to do that, though? Do you think they're going to?